giving the time and space to talk about CCHP concept. So I'm from GE. Market development of distributed power is a new business from GE. I'm going to explain later for a little bit while. I'm based in Jakarta, in Indonesia. You know, not everybody knows GE. Usually they think it's LG or another stuff, but then, you know, just to make sure that you know the background of GE, I'm just going to make a short review of, you know, what GE is all about. So, you know, we are almost in every country in the world. Then we have power and water, oil and gas, energy management, aviation, healthcare, transportation, and for example, a lot of Garuda engines. It's the airline in Indonesia uses our engine. The healthcare. Oh, seems the music hasn't stopped. That's why I want to move. Okay, now it is. Okay, sure. So let's get back. I want to emphasize on the power and water section. Why I put the three products in the bracket red, aeroderivative, Jenbacher, and Waukesha, because that's the basis of our business unit, distributed power. So basically, what we do is that we combine the reciprocating engine, which is Jenbacher and Waukesha, and combine the aeroderivative turbine with the services for its product. For power generation, which we will emphasize today, we have two different kinds of gas engines. From the gas engine section, we have Jenbacher, which is the green one, and then we have Waukesha, which is the orange one. So now you understand why I'm using a green shirt today, because I want to promote the green engine as well as the green technology. The green engine, you know, the name Jenbacher comes from a city called Jenbach in Austria. Waukesha is also, the orange one is also from the name of the city, Waukesha in America. So I want to differentiate between those two. The green one is like an efficient engine, but it has to use a good natural gas quality. When the orange one, they can use the gas, which is not so good, like an oil-filled power generation, but the efficiency is a little bit lower than the green one. We also have an aeroderivative gas turbine from ranging around 80 megawatt to 100 megawatt. So we can also do combined heat and power using the aeroderivative gas turbine. I'm going to talk more about the aeroderivative gas turbine later on. So this is like the portfolio of our product. We can cater right from 330 kilowatt using the green engine up until a 9.5 megawatt. You know, we have a global installed base. We have more than 37,000 units of our engines installed, both the gas engines and the aero turbines. And we have more than 147 gigawatt capacity installed throughout the world. And we are you know, present in more than 170 countries in the world. So I just want to talk about what is CHP is all about. I'm going to start with this slide first. So I've been talking about gas engine and gas turbine, right? So it's very simple. You have natural gas, and then you put it into the gas engine or the gas turbine, and you produce electricity out of it. But then, as you know, when you put 100% of energy inside a power conversion unit, which is the engine and the turbine itself, then you wouldn't get 100% out of it. There must be some losses from the power, from the energy conversion. And most of them is thermal losses, right? So when we talk about the engine, the gas engine, Jenbacher, the most efficient one is 48.7% efficiency electricity. So what's the meaning? The rest of it goes to thermal waste, you know, from the exhaust heat. And from the gas turbine, the aeroderivative gas turbine, if it's a simple cycle, it's around 40-something% lower than the gas engine, and also the rest of it goes into waste. So we want to utilize that waste, the waste of the gas engine, and put it into an absorption chiller where you can produce cooling energy. It uses some kind of a material called lithium bromide. I'm not a chemical expert, by the way. My background is mechanical engineering. So the absorption chiller, when you put exhaust heat around 400 degrees Celsius, there's two parameters. There's the flow and the temperature of the exhaust heat. When you put it into absorption chiller, then you can get, when you put you know, room temperature water, then it goes out of the chiller at 7 degrees Celsius. So it can goes into cooling for your building, cooling for data center, And also, after the absorption chiller, the exhaust heat is still 110 degrees Celsius, so you can still use it to heat water, until 60 degrees Celsius. So apart from data center, it's really perfect for like hotel, apartment, airport, seaport, whatsoever. Where you need power, also electricity, in terms of power, and also the cooling and heating. So CHP is not new. It has been around since 1882, and in fact, the first CHP plant in the world is also built by our founder, Thomas Alva Edison. It was in New York, the Broad Street Station. They use this like a simple steam, and then they produce electricity, and the rest of the steam is used to also, for the other application inside. And if we look at the CHP today, then China is the most advanced now. They use around 162 gigawatt, comes US second, and then Russia the third. I mean, as Asia, we are only around 30.2 gigawatt installed in the world. So when we talk about CCHP package, we offer a lot of plant, but then I just want to emphasize here that the most important part for the CCHP is always the gas. So we have our friend here, Mr. Nailizam from Gas Malaysia. He's sitting there, by the way. If you can raise your hands up. He's a very important guy in this room. Why? I've done a lot of calculation. I've done to a lot of sites, and we also just in fact signed a 9.9 megawatt deal last week in Karawang in Indonesia. 9.9 megawatt. The capex is around 9 million US. It's for the gas engines, the absorption chiller, as well as the C-fill and the balance of plant. And the ROI is the payback is around 5.5 years, which is very good because they will utilize the exhaust heat, goes into absorption chiller, and then produce cooling water. But